Matthew chapter 7, verses 16 and 20 tell us that you will know the tree by the fruit it bears. Therefore, by their fruits you will know them. Nothing more accurately describes the late Evans Faulk Sr., Mrs. May Lizzie Faulk, and the legacy of the Faulk family farm. Farming has been in the Faulk family for multiple generations. Evans Sr. was born into farming as a sharecropper in rural Bullock County, Alabama. He was raised in Thompson Station in an area of the Alabama Black Belt referred to as the Mud Hole. May's family were vegetable and cattle farmers in neighboring Russell County, Alabama, near the town of Hurtsboro.
My name is May Faulk. I've been in farming all my life. My father was a farmer, and I used to milk cows, and I used to plow the mule if you want to hear the truth. So when I married into a farm, and my husband had a farm.
After young Evans graduated from high school, he attended Tuskegee Institute in the 1960s and received training in general construction. After completion of his training, he and his team went on to build low-cost residential and church buildings all over Bullock, Macon, Russell, Barber, and Lee counties.
1970, my husband, Reverend Faulk, we got married, and we have a beautiful family, 7 boys and 1 girl.
Farming, construction, and church have always been a major part of the lives of Evans Sr. and May, as well as their 8 children, and their 6 grandchildren and 4 great-grandchildren.
My dad was a general contractor, so we went and we built houses, but whenever it was a slow period, we came down to the farm and worked the farm. So I say everybody in their life need a farm.
The Faulk family connection to Tuskegee University goes back several generations. Family history traces its connection to the historic Adams family and the founding of Tuskegee University. Joanne Adams Calhoun, sister to Tuskegee University founding father Lewis Adams, was the maternal grandmother of the late patriarch Reverend Evans Faulk Sr. In 1982, after much success in farming, construction, and pastoring churches, Evans Sr. and May purchased 160 acres of land in the Smut-Eye community, approximately 12 miles south of Union Springs, Alabama.
I looked in the newspaper and I see the pasture was for sale. And so we went at it and bought it. And we had about 20 heads of cows. And we had to clean this place up to get it. So we cleaned this place up, and so we've been growing ever since. So that's how we got started down here.
Faulk Farms is very different now. Over the years, cattle and vegetables have always been part of the farming operation. Long gone are the hog, chicken, and egg enterprises that helped sustain the farm during its early years. Patriarch Reverend Evans Faulk Sr. passed away in 2003, leaving most of the responsibilities to his wife, May, and the children. Growing up on the farm and working hand-to-hand with her husband over the years gave May the wealth of experience needed to successfully continue the operation of the Faulk farm. Today, the family operation consists of 60 head of cattle, 20 head of goats, 2 acres of garden with a hoop house, 3 fish ponds, a creek, 2 barns, and 50 acres with tree stands devoted to hunting. Mrs. Faulk is recognized as a mentor in her local multi-county area. She is constantly learning and has the full support of her children. The Faulk children, following the examples of their parents, have gone on to plant seeds that have positively impacted their family, their communities, and the world around them.
My Eugene, he is my right-hand person. My Predator, he work along with me, and Augusta work along with me. So all of them join in with me. I don't do it by myself, but they all join in with me. We all are family together.
One child of note that carries on the farming and ministry mission is firstborn Reverend Evans Faulk Jr.
My name is Evan Faulk, and this is a continuation of the Faulk farm. On this section of property, I raise goats, and usually I run about 30 heads of goats during the spring and fall, and then after that I reduce it down to about 10. There's a good source of income for the family, which I use, and then one other thing is a good source of meat. And I just enjoy the work that I do, and having a little extra work and a little extra income mean a whole lot. And then the other thing, being able to help other people in the community.
Evans Jr. is also anchored in neighboring Macon County, Alabama. There he not only serves as the pastor of Sweet Gum AME Zion Church in Shorter, Alabama, but is also the general manager of Piggly Wiggly, one of 2 grocery stores in Tuskegee, Alabama.
This is why I've been managing here since 1992 as a store manager, and we try to pride ourselves in serving our community and our neighborhood, and most of all, we try to help the community, especially our local farmers. They produce a good product, we buy it from them. They try to help every farmer in the community, because we know if we're able to turn dollars over in the community, it helps the community grow. And we buy hundreds, thousands of dollars worth of produce every year. When they have a good product and they bring it, we are able to sell it. Sometimes they have more than what they can sell at the produce market, so they come here to Piggly Wiggly. And we're glad to take it off their hands to help the local farmer and the community.
The Faulk family influence also reaches Lee County, Alabama, and beyond, where another child working in the vineyard is Dr. Stephen L. Faulk. Dr. Faulk is the presiding elder of the Opelika district of the AME Zion Church and current pastor of Auburn AME Zion Church. As presiding elder, his charitable missions have impacted people all over North America. He led crucial mission trips to Haiti in 2010 following an earthquake, and to Houston, Texas in 2017 following the devastation of Hurricane Harvey. Dr. Faulk also serves as system-wide school improvement specialist for the Lee County school system. Continuing their connection to Tuskegee University, Faulk Family Farms has received invaluable assistance from their local county extension agent, Jeffrey Moore.
My name is Jeffrey Moore. I'm the county agent for Barber and Bullitt County. And I've been working with the Faulk family for many years, over 7 years. When I first started working with them, they started out at a community garden site, and now they have grown to a commercial level, but at the same time, they're still giving away their vegetables. Now I call this farm, I gave it the name, multiple farm operation, because you have more than one type of practice going on. They got beef cattle as you have seen. They got hoop house. They got vegetable production. They got container gardening. They got forestry. They even have fish farm. And they got pastures. Because when I first met them, they was in the process of getting their pastures in shape. Soil testing, cover crops, pasture crops, etc. Now, like I said, I've been working with Mr. Faulk now, the Faulk family, 7 years or better. And they have grown, I have seen them, they have grown a lot.
TU veterinary staff members Dr. Bridges and the late Dr. Newkirk have also contributed to the cattle success through the Herd Health Education Project. The Faulk family has been consistent participants at the annual Farmers Conference. Faulk Family Farms has also taken advantage of both information and program assistance from the local USDA office. The family members stress the importance of establishing effective communication with your local USDA representatives and remind others to never be afraid to ask questions and apply for farm assistance programs.
This was a wet area. The area in here stayed wet. And so with it being wet all the time, we said it'd be a perfect place to put a little watering hole, a pond here. And so we went and got a grant through the NRCS, and they assisted us with putting a fence around here and the trough and everything for the cattle. The cattle only can go as far as that corner right there. And so the fish can stay and live and sustain themselves right over here on this side of the pond.
In the past, we have had a number of recreational activities here out on the pond. Our conference, our church, come out and fish. We have a lot of picnic gatherings or family reunions. Professional fishermen, they love this pond. I've been in education for about 26 years, and I've taught from agro-science to robotics to engineering with the Aiken County school system, Macon, Lee, and Bullock County and Barber County school system. I went to school at Auburn University and majored in technology education, where I studied from diesel mechanics to automotive mechanics to welding, woodworking. All those things play a part in the farm operation. Through my brother's work, he really specialized and worked with grants and writing grants for the farm, and he does a tremendous job in that atmosphere, and working with other agencies and the NRS and Tuskegee University, and with Mr. Jeff Moore, the Extension Service. They have really provided a great benefit to this farm.
This pandemic, coronavirus 19, has impacted everybody. And it has impacted everybody in a very deeply way. And so now, what we have to do is innovate ourselves, invest in ourselves, start our own little business, and making sure that it is all weather-proof and all economy-proof, that you can live off the land in order to make money. And that's exactly what we're doing right now.
After he passed away, I said, I'm going to just keep on going with it. So my children, they fell in love with it. So, and now we still love it. When you're moving around, you know, God wants us to exercise. So I believe in exercise and moving about and doing things. And I just love to see things fixed up. And when we have it, and I feel like God blessed us with it, and that's the reason I want to just keep on going with it, because I feel like the Lord is the head of it, and I thank Him for it.
Reflecting on their Tuskegee University connections, the Faulk Family Farms shares these words of wisdom with their colleagues and friends. Start where you are with what you have. Make something out of it and never be satisfied. George Washington Carver. Join us as we congratulate this year's Merit Farm family, Faulk Family Farm.